Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm Fury. Furiana to the Fury. What's good, everybody? It's the official King Kane, y'all. Make sure y'all are sharing this live. Share this live, share this live, share this live. We got a very, 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 very special guest in the house tonight. Okay? Share this live, y'all. Share this live, okay? Period. And things are going up right after this break. Okay. Okay, I'm curious. Did y'all share this live? Did y'all share this live? Because YouTube be playing with me. Y'all already know. Y'all already know it's very important that everybody shares this live. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. It's up and it's up. It's up and it's up. We'll be lit right after this commercial break. Make sure, okay, that you're sharing this live, that you are subscribed, and that you're dropping crowns once you're done. Period. Okay. Okay, on Fury. Furiana to the Fury. It's the official King Kane, and this is the home of the lituation. Okay, the one and only Dust Free Zone. Okay, where Pussy Hole could always never. Well, we stay on the Dusty Bitch now. Hurry. Did y'all share this live? Did y'all share this live? Make sure that you guys are sharing this live. It's up and it is stuck. Okay, we have a special guest in the house tonight. But before I bring them up, let me go over a few ground rules. That's right. This is the Dust Free Zone. Period. Where there's no rusty, dusty, musty, crusty, raggedy, sissy, dirty, or pussy hold allowed. Okay? If you see anybody in the comments being dusty or any of those things, go ahead and escort their ass out. Okay? I'll have my moderators put your ass out. Don't come over here with all of that shit. Okay? And that's just on period. Okay, make sure you guys are dropping crowns. Make sure that you guys have shared this live. Make sure that you guys are subscribed. All your notifications are turned on. Okay, I have a very special guest backstage. Okay, period. Are you guys sharing this live? Make sure that you guys drop some crowns that you guys have shared this live. Okay? Period. Hey, Divine Balance. Hey, Miss Garner. What's good, Rachel? In the motherfucking building. I know that's right. Hey, Asia. What's good, Simone? Ashley. Periana to the Period. Share this live and what's good? Hey, Ultraviolet, AV. So what? Shanati. Hey! What's good, y'all? What's poppin', everybody? Oh, what's poppin', Skitty Manny? I see you was the first one, and that's just on Period. Puriana to the Period. Okay, I see the crowns. I see the crowns, which means that you guys are sharing. Puriana, share this live. Share this live. Okay, so while you guys are sharing, I'm going to go ahead and share something with you guys. Okay? If you guys haven't checked out my website yet and haven't checked out my hair products yet, you are truly missing out. Okay? Yes, all of my hair products are available via my website, theofficialkingpain.net. Okay? Make sure you go check out my hair products. Okay? And while you're at it, check out my merch. Piriana to the Purier. Shout out to everybody that's been ordering. Okay? Yes, and shout out to everyone that supports the official campaign and everything that I do. Okay, so share this live, drop some crowns. Okay, I'm getting ready to play my commercial. Okay, and then after that, we'll be talking with Jeremy Copeland. Okay, and that's just on period.
My mom said I need to do something with my hair, otherwise I gotta get it all cut off.
We booked the appointment at Style Kings at the barbershop. Let's go.
Do you want fabulous hair? Are you looking for a product strong enough to tame your 4C hair?
Hey, Mom! Hey, Mom, you don't have no more leave-in conditioner?
Give me this. I know you did not use my Style King leave-in conditioner.
Are you looking to knock the dust off them dreads? For a product that will rejuvenate and strengthen your hair, increase hair growth and shine, and smells great? Well, then you're in the right place. For the long, beautiful, healthy hair you deserve, choose Style King. Perfect on all hair types. Available online at theofficialkingpain.net. Get you some style today. Oh, and your mom called says she needs some more conditioner. Okay, on period. And whoop, and whoop. Okay, so without further ado, let me go ahead and bring up my friend, okay, actor on Stars, Chasing Reality, and more, okay, choreographer to the celebrities, Periana, okay. I have my friend from Chasing LA, Jeremy Copeland. Y'all make sure y'all show him a lot of love in the comments.
What's up?
Hey, friend.
What's up?
What you doing?
I'm at home. I'm getting ready for. I have a show in 2 hours with Todrick, so I'm just.
Okay, yeah, I've been telling the people. I said he's been on tour, like he's been really busy. I don't know if he has time to come and sit with us,
Oh, we
but
can
I'm
make
sure he's
time.
all right. Yes.
Yeah.
Period. Period to the period. He said he gonna make time for the situation, and that's just so period.
Yes.
Yes. So the people have been worried about you. The people have been so worried about you because you had revealed to us, you had shared with us that you arrived at gunpoint.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so before we get into that, because that's why you're here today, is
Right.
that, and then I heard word on the street is you got another show. Okay, you booked another gig. Okay, so we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. You guys make sure you guys are showing him a lot of love in the comments and make sure that you guys are sharing this live. Before we get into that, okay, let's talk about what's going on with you.
Okay.
Like how are you doing? Like what did you take from Chasing LA? Like were you satisfied with the reunion? Like we haven't seen you here
I
since
know.
the reunion.
I'm doing good. I have a lot of fresh new stuff happening. Like I just moved, so I love my new place. It is so big and nice and fab, and I can't wait to invite you over. Yes, yes.
Okay,
It's
I
been
know
like
that's right.
almost Saturday will be 2 weeks that I've been here. So I just moved in. Um, things have been really good. Have been happening fast ever since Chasing LA. As y'all know, I just kept it moving, kept it pushing, kept work happening. Um, I was happy with the reunion. I was happy with the outcome. I think season one for all of us was a learning experience. Even though I have been in the industry for a long time, I've never done reality. That was my first time. So no matter how much time I had in the industry, that was still new for me as well. Like we were all on the same playing field as far as putting yourselves on the line and being around new groups of people that you didn't know, finding out your storylines you didn't even know you were in, um, and all type of craziness going on. But I think we all left with an understanding. I hope some people left and having watched themselves on TV and make the adjustments. Because I did have a couple conversations with people, cast members that were like, yeah, I came across really messy, or like I thought I had to do this on the show and it ended up backfiring, and I looked crazy in the end. I'm like, yeah, you did. So I'm definitely up for a season two. I think that majority of the cast definitely deserves a season 2. Hopefully, the world doesn't close again with this new Delta moment happening, and we're not going into season 2 lockdown again.
Well, we did it once through
We
lockdown.
did
We
it
can do
once.
it
We could do it
again.
again,
Hey,
and
we can
I,
do
I think
it again.
right. I think that next time it'll be better because we know each other. I think when you watch the formulas of a lot of shows, what makes these reality shows work is there's a connection between people always. Like a friend is brought in, or this person has a connection between this person. I think that's what we were missing. We were all purposely, we didn't know each other. We all purposely was kept away from each other, and so that's what kind of I think hindered the storyline of the show for us. But it's a learning lesson, and I can't wait to move forward and for you guys to see us.
Period. Periana to the period. Before we move on, let me do a sound check. Does it sound all right, you guys?
Are we
Can you guys
good?
hear? We good? You hear me? Because somebody just tried to call me, and when that happens, it be messing up
Oh,
my
okay.
sound. I'm like, bro, stop calling me. Okay? So, speaking about the storyline,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I remember you saying something about footage being deleted.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? What happened? And you felt like that affected your storyline. A lot of people wanted to see more Jeremy, and you were like, well, you could have, but
Yeah.
something happened with the footage.
Well, I definitely felt like I think people thought that my mindset was gonna be, oh, well, I'm gonna get camera time regardless because I'm Jeremy Copeland or whatever. I'm gonna get favoritism because of that. And that's never my mindset. That's not how I think. And for me, I felt like for the first 1 through 5, like the first, half of the season, I was barely there. Like I was pinching to get green screen grabs, to post on social media, only because I wasn't directly involved in the drama that happened between Fran, between you and Andre, between a couple other people. So, if you really wasn't in that bubble of drama that was happening, you wasn't getting camera time. And yes, I did scenes with Lauren England in Atlanta that I paid for out of my pocket. A videographer to come. I did scenes with the number one Beyonce impersonator in the world, Michelle. Her performance that she did for MLK. I did Lauren England's music video where I was one of the main guys. I captured all that footage for Chasing LA while I was going back in January. And I got confirmation that Israel and Q and Dario all received it. And I got my phone blown up around 7 a.m. I want to say the day before or the day of the show airing. I think the day before, that they magically could not find. Well, Q could not find the footage. So now I'm trying to reach out to my videographer. They're like, she needs to give us access. I'm like, she gave y'all access. She sent me a screenshot that says Dario, Israel, Q, all editors in this file, but she was pushed out the file, so she don't even have access to the files no more. She doesn't have the videos no more on her camera because we filmed this back in January. It is now April, May, whatever month we in now, so why are we just now trying to find footage from 4 months ago? So yeah, that happened, and they made up. Hugh made up for it. I think that's why season 6 was very Jeremy Copeland heavy with the Todrick and everything that was happening. Whatever. I think I was like every scene, but we moved past that. I was upset by that because that was 2 or 3 dope scenes, and that also included Lauren England, another cast member from Atlanta that I purposely did that I thought would be a good cross branding technique for LA, and it didn't happen that way. So, lesson learned. They apologized. Well, Q apologized, and we move forward.
My. So because something happened with the footage, you were reduced to using D. Hawkins as a storyline.
Well, I didn't use D Hawkins as a storyline. I did feel like he was using me as a storyline, because and me and D Hawkins are cool now. Cool. We're cool.
Yeah,
But
because the people want to know, like, what's going on.
no, we're
You
cool.
know, somebody said they seen y'all out.
After the apology, I think it was just more so we was just, I think we're all drained by these same stories, these same scenarios, these same things. I think it was just one of those, you apologize, you owned up to it on national television, like you were supposed to. I can drop it, we can drop it. The issue is really small. We were not in a relationship. We were not in love. It was not giving all of that. So it's not one of those things to hold on to like make it a whole big thing. We had sex one time, well, apparently a couple times. It was a couple times in the same night. I don't know how people interpret that. And it's just that we're cool. And he, you know, he owned up to him doing shady shit on and off camera. And I heard he even told me he's gotten backlash off camera. He said he was out somewhere and somebody had airdropped him a middle finger.
Okay.
So yeah. But no, everything is cool. I think just moving forward, it's time to move forward.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
that was my whole thing at the reunion because I felt like the whole D Hawkins, Jeremy thing, and for me, like having inside knowledge on like what it really was, I was like, girl, y'all giving this too much energy. It was a
Yeah.
one night, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is going on here? Like, we have
Mm-hmm.
other fish to fry, and I feel like I didn't get to address some of the issues that I have. But you know, it's
Yeah.
all right. There's always season two,
Yeah.
period.
There's always season
Yes.
2, season 3, whoever's here, you know, whoever ain't, you know, it is what it is.
It is what it is. So, you at the reunion, you were upset with the designer that the stuff
Yes.
didn't get you your outfit. A lot of people want to know who that was. The Chasing Reality bleeped it out. All people said, "Who is he talking about?"
I said, you know what, that was God. Um, I would so I had worked with this person. I've known this person for years, and I wanted something made along. They made my yellow outfit for the promo for Chasing LA. They made another outfit for me, two more outfits, and it was always just this disconnect with communication, with money, with everything, and then like they worked on their own time. And every time I gave them a date and a deadline, they never met the date or deadline. I literally had to push back my promo photos for Chasing LA because they did not have my shit ready when it was supposed to be ready. Now, life was happening last minute, and I'm like, look, I need this look for the reunion. I need it at my house by this time. Mind you, I was in Dallas for Juneteenth. So I purposely said I need it at my house before I was even back in LA. They said, okay. They hit me up telling me that it's going to arrive by noon on that Saturday or whatever Sunday that we were filming. I'm like, I have to be there by noon. So how is it gonna arrive by noon if it's supposed to be there at that time when you knew it was supposed to be at my house 3 days before? Communication got crazy. I cursed them out and I went out and I got myself a look and styled myself and did what I had to do for the reunion. And I had all intentions of blasting them and being very unprofessional. Well, not me being uncle, but just being, just blasting them because they deserved it. But Chasing Reality bleeped it out, and I'm glad they did because they don't deserve no recognition. Their name will not come out my mouth, but just know, I just hope they know that this will never be a thing. I would never go
Girl,
to
you
them
gonna have to
ever.
tell me behind the scenes or something so I'll make sure I never go through there. Okay, and that's just so period. I don't got time for that. But what I will say is that you always came with some really nice custom pieces, like
Thank you.
especially after what was it? What you said was the for the photo shoot
For
for
the photo
when
shoot, yeah.
the yellow, yes. I was like, where you get that shit
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
from?
wear
Okay,
them again. I have to wear them
period. That was nice.
again.
Hmm. So, is there anything that you felt like you wanted to go over from the reunion that you didn't get a chance to go over?
Not necessarily. I think we all have. I mean, we all have done 97 interviews with different blogs and stuff. I think everybody just wanted to kind of, for me, I wanted to kind of wrap it up and just be done with it. I did notice that certain people were trying to fight and make sure they were on season 2, and get their name. And look, rightfully so. That's the time to do it. Like you gotta, if you felt like during the season you didn't get your due deals, the reunion is where you come in and you go for blood. It worked for some, and
It kind
we'll
of
just see.
backfired for some
And it
too.
backfired for some as well. That's the name of the game. That's just what happened. So, ever since the reunion, I clocked out of Chasing LA. I've been seeing all the stuff that's been going on and all that's
Absolutely. Yeah, you've been
happening
on
and stuff.
tour. You've been
Yeah,
on
well,
tour with
not
Todrick.
necessarily tour, but yeah, I've been back in the shows with Todrick. In the middle, like about to start filming another show that you kind of hinted about. So I just been trying to like keep things pushing because next season I want there to be more content. I mean, we got to work. I mean, that's the whole thing. I want everyone in this cast to really be grinding so that when we start filming next season, we don't have to create scenes. We're working. So it's just like now production needs to be able to follow up. Like, well, this is my schedule. I don't want production to give us a schedule. I want us to give production our schedule, and y'all need to be there or not be there. So that I want that for everybody. It won't be
Period.
that way, but that's the goal.
Periana to
hmm
the Perier. So how has performing with Todrick been? Like, how's everything been? Because I ran into you in out here in Vegas, and that was really cool.
Yeah, it's been great. His new Feminine album dropped. So we've entered a new era of shows, and we haven't really incorporated the new songs in the album just yet, in the live shows just yet. We have to create, like, put them together. But Todrick is always working, always doing jobs. Like, I'm literally about to leave here. We got to do a live Pride show from his house today. At 3 o'clock, and then we're performing in Chicago this weekend. Mind you, I'm injured. I think I broke my pinky toe or really sprained it back. It's literally swollen right now, so I'm really stressed out about how I'm even going to. I limped when I walked, so I'm not sure how the show is going to go, but the show must go on. Um, Tadrick keeps me working. He keeps me paid. The people like to say he'll pay his dancers. I don't know if y'all ever thought. I don't know what y'all thought. Y'all thought Jeremy Copeland was gonna be doing all these shows for free. So he definitely pays us pretty good. And that's just my friend. And I mean, anytime you get to do business with friends, it doesn't feel like work. It's like it's a good time. So I'm excited. But ever
Yes,
since I
I
moved,
had a
I don't even
really
want to
good
leave
time
my
hanging out with
house.
y'all.
Like I like to stay in my house. So
Period. Does that have anything to do with being robbed?
yeah, definitely. So I guess I can give y'all more of an in-depth
Yeah, let's talk
thing.
about it. Wait, but before we get into that, everybody
hmm
make sure that you guys are sharing this live, liking this video, and are subscribed. And I want to see those comments. If you guys have any questions for Jeremy, make sure you drop them in the comments so I can make
Yes.
sure I ask him before he goes. Okay? Because we don't got all day, and that's just on period. So, yeah, the reason that I reached out to you is because the Crown family has been like asking me, is he okay? Have you heard from him? They heard that you got robbed by 6 men at gunpoint. So I brought you here to kind of tell us about it and tell us how you are moving forward.
So I'm a the West Coast Emperor for the House of Gorgeous Gucci. I've been in ballroom for over 10 years. And so my house had a ball in the Lamert Park area in LA, which is the hood, but I was not aware it was in Lamert Park. None of us was till we got there. So the ball went great, everything was fine. We were all outside, and there was a couple of categories that had not been done, so they were gonna try to finish them outside. But it was a lot going on. Me and my other house member, we were still in our effect to walk the runway category. And then my father, Jack, Mizrahi Gucci, was like, just change. Like, we're not going to do it. Just change or whatever. So we parked a couple blocks down. One of my house members parked right there in the parking lot. So I said, well, let me just change right here in the parking lot. I got my stuff in my bag. I walked over, and at the time, all my house members was over there. The cars was over there. Everyone's chilling. So I'm changing. They're talking. They go not even 10 feet the other way to go talk to some other people. I see some guys walking up from behind me, but again, this is a let out from a ball. It's a lot of people walking around. So I'm not thinking to be cautious. I just think it's a bunch of trade niggas walking around. Like, I'm not thinking about nothing. I get in the car to get something. I come back up, and I know they're still like, literally, so it's me, the car door's open, and they're like around the car. So nobody can see me. They just see guys. And so they're like, where you from? And I look down, and I noticed that the two guys on the side of me and the guy in front of me had a gun. And so initially it's like, okay, when the guy over here snatched my chain off, the other guy was like reaching in my pockets. And it was kind of a blur because all I was focused on was the guy with the gun, and thinking about like what was in my pockets at the time. So they snatched my shoes off, snatched my chain off, snatched my jacket, tried to take my jeans. It didn't work. One of my house members, I saw him. He was walking over and he looked and he realized what was happening. And then somebody else walked that way too, and he was like, it was like, hey, hey, somebody made a sound, and they all just walked away calmly. But by that point, once they walked away, all my house members noticed that everything I had on was now off, and so they was like, you need to get away from the car, get away from the car. So they pulled me away from the car. Luckily, when I changed into my effect, I had put my phone, my ID, and stuff because I had to show the guy my ID to get inside the venue. I put that all in my bag, which was on the other side of the car. So that's why I still have my phone. Thank God. Still have my ID. Thank God. It was very, 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 very traumatic. I don't like being outside after dark. I don't like being outside alone after dark. I don't club really like that at night by myself if I'm out with a bunch of people. And I'm just realizing that, especially being a public figure, you definitely have a target on your back. Our lives is very public. A lot of people know that I am on a major show. They know that I do live nice and stuff. So I just have to be a little bit more cautious because I'm the type to just walk at 2 or 3 in the morning down the street to 7-Eleven by myself with headphones in and not think nothing about nothing because I don't see myself in that light. I'm very normal. But that experience definitely was like, okay, you need to be more cautious. And I tell people, it may sound childish, but buddy system. Like, you may think you know what you're gonna do. If it was me, at that moment, you just don't want to get shot. Because here's the thing, what I keep thinking about is, I saw everyone's face. What if they were like, well, he saw us, now we got to kill him? Not all those stories end up the same way. A lot of people will have one gun pulled on them. I had 3. So, it's a lot to process. And I think, I definitely will go get, like, all my friends, like, just go get a little therapy, like, just talk about it because you don't want this to come up later in life and it's something that you could have just handled. The only thing I deal with is, like, sleeping. Like, sleep, I'm up all night. Like, I think in the past, since that situation, I probably slept twice. Sleeping is hard. But luckily, I'm able to keep working and keep pushing and moving. I did make a statement on Twitter and on Instagram because I just didn't really know what to say, and I was like, I just need to, like, social media can definitely become your friend. Like, that's where you go and vent and stuff like that. But this is the first place I've actually talked about it because I didn't want, it's not like a stunt, like it's not something I want to build capitalize off of. It's something that happened, and I wanted to have this conversation with you, and it's the only place I'm gonna talk about it because I just want people to be aware of just their surroundings, and because this was a fully packed, fully well-lit parking lot, and these guys did not give a fuck. It wasn't like I was by myself, like I was in a dark corner or I was down the street by myself. Literally, it was this car, it was a car right here of people having conversation, but the way that they did it, no one knew what was happening. And
Wow.
and I'm not gonna scream because that's gonna get me shot immediately. So it's one of those situations. But I'm alive, I'm well. And that's all I focus on. And now I'm just way more cautious. And I don't wear jewelry outside no
My,
more.
my,
But
my. I am so sorry that happened to you, and I am so glad that you're okay.
mm-hmm.
Were the
Thank you.
police contacted?
So initially I wasn't going to call the police because I was like, what's the point? But they did get me for a couple $1,000s because I just opened up another account with Wells Fargo and I never downloaded the app on my phone. So when it happened initially, I went in and I went to all my apps like Cash App, Chase and stuff, and I cut my cards off. But I forgot about Wells Fargo because I didn't have the app. I just got that bank or whatever. And that's why I put money that I don't want to touch. And they definitely got that. I got the notification that next morning, and one of my house brothers was randomly texting me like, "Go do a police report." And then when I saw the money come out, I was like, I called my bank, and it was like, "You got to get a police report." So did a police report. But to be honest, I don't really expect much from that. It's just going to be a report. I mean, it's Lamert Park, so
Absolutely. But you are probably most likely going to get your money back, and police
yeah.
report is probably required,
Mm-hmm.
for the FDIC and all that to give your money back because any money you put in the bank is
Yeah.
insured.
Mhm.
Guys, that's crazy, and they might catch them because they have to
They
slide
just
it.
might.
They
They
slid it
just
at the
might.
stores. They don't have your PIN number, so
And
yeah,
I would again. This was in my account. People were like, "Oh my god, like why would you carry that much cash on you?" I mean, and if I was, that doesn't give nobody excuse to rob me. Number one, but I wasn't carrying that much cash. I mean, it was my card.
that's crazy. Let's ask the Crown Family seer, Divine Balance. Do you see the guys that attacked Jeremy getting caught? Okay, we'll let her work and then she'll get back to us.
Okay.
Okay, yes. So I wanted to start with the bad news. Okay, I'm
Mm-hmm.
glad that that's out the way. Now
Yes.
give us the good news. Tell us what's going on. You got a new show? Let's see.
um.
And I hear
Yes.
Andy Cohen's involved. Andy Cohen. I hear you be working with Mr. Ray and some
Well,
other
yeah,
guy.
I have two new shows actually. So one of them is called X-Rated, EX-Rated. That show is airing on August 12th on Peacock. It's hosted by Andy Cohen. That's a cool, fun show. It's a new dating show. So they bring you on and like they bring your exes on the show to rate you to talk about sex and communication, et cetera, et cetera. So it's a cute, fun, light show just to add to my
Will they
resume.
be calling D Hawkins?
No, the show has been filmed and taped. No, um, he is not an ex. And then the other project that I can't talk too much about because I'm under contracts, but that is it's another type of reality moment with some really strong heavy hitters like black gay men in the industry, and that is very likely to go to a major. Well, I know where it's going, but I can't say it's going somewhere, and so I'm just excited about that. It will not interfere with chasing LA. If anything, it's going to help progress. Everything everywhere, and I'm excited. So that's a fresh project. It's still being looked at by a couple people, but I'm excited about it. And mind you, we went to go film something the other day, and I literally was getting dressed, and I was like, "Are you really about to do reality again? Like, is this?" Because I always told myself this was not what I wanted to do. I wanted to strictly do scripted shows, strictly do scripted. But I think when God puts you in these positions, you really can't argue with where your life is going to go. And if you pray about it and you feel like, okay, this is a good opportunity, I say, why not? It's all about how you do it. So, yeah. But Mr. Ray is involved with that. The producers behind it are me. I mean, they did Housewives, they did College Hill, they did a couple other shows. So it should be cool.
My. We have heard back from the seer, Divine Balance. He says, yes, King Payne. Um, I got a yes. They will be caught as they will continue to rob people. So,
Mm. Yeah,
yes, it's
because
in the
actually
cards.
3 people got robbed that night. So I was only
Wow.
one of 3. Yeah.
Wowzers. That's crazy. Well, they ass is getting caught. And that's just
Mm-hmm.
on Piriana. Yeah, they messed up. They done messed up. Okay. So, let me see. We were just talking about somebody asked a question in the comments. TTV network, okay? Just because it's TTV, I'm gonna ask this question because I just it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ask Jeremy, is Brandon Carson one of his exes? And if so, why didn't it work out?
Me
My.
and Brandon, we're not technically exes. We talked years and years and years and years ago. It was long distance. He was in Atlanta. I was here in LA. Um, and then we just lost communication, but we always kept a friendship. So, I've only had literally one legit ex in my life. I've only had one boyfriend ever. So when I got called to do the show, I had to call on situationships and people that I've talked to before. And Brandon is one of those people that, one, I felt would love the opportunity to be on a show like that. And two, um, we did talk. We share a lot of conversations. We do have a friendship, so it was cool. But it just didn't work because we were both just grinding, trying to figure out what we were trying to do in our careers. Again, I was all the way in LA. He was all the way in Atlanta. He had just rapped about him on YouTube. So it was just a lot happening. I wish him the best and whatever he has going on, and yeah.
Periana to the period. I know you get the access all the time. Someone asks, Star Baby says, what celebrities have you worked with?
Um, a lot. I've worked with Beyonce, Jennifer Lopez, Ariana Grande, Kanye West, Neo, um, Mariah Carey, Jessie J, Nicki Minaj, Lil Kim, Pharrell. Yeah.
My. Did you see the Kanye West Donda live stream?
I did see that. And a couple of my friends performed with him last night in Atlanta, and I was so excited. I did Kanye like 2 or 3 times, and regardless of what people say about him and what his percent, like what people think about him, he is the most kindest person ever. Like anytime I've worked with him, I've never had a bad experience. I've always got paid very well. The environment was always great. Yes, it's a long day. Yes, it's a lot of work, but it's always been during the show. You always sit there like, wow, I'm a part of this. Like he creates an atmosphere that's like,
Yeah, he seems like he'd be really cool. I always wanted to meet him. I feel like one day we gonna work together, and that's just on period
am
on
I here?
something. Yeah, you're here.
Oh, I don't see myself. Okay,
You don't see yourself. What happened?
I see myself back in something. Someone had called me.
Oh yeah, that's what happens. If somebody call you, messes up, you have to play
Okay,
up the
there we go.
background and stuff like that. Okay, you're back. Okay, let me see. Let me see. People are asking questions. But what was we at? We were talking about your new show.
Hmm.
Okay, and how'd you get that gig?
Which one?
X-rated.
Um, I don't even know. I mean, I've personally been friends with Andy Cohen for the past 3 years. But he didn't even know he had no part in casting me for the show because I think once it got down to the final round of people that was going to be a part and they sent all the profiles over, he called my phone like, "Wait, you have to be on the same show that I'm hosting." I was like, "Yeah, I already knew." I thought you knew. I thought you pitched me for it, but he didn't. So I'm not really sure. I think sometimes your name is just in a hat, or if you're working and you're doing things, people refer you, and that's why it's very important to build relationships, especially when you're doing productions. Build relationships with production, with the production assistants, with the ads, with the directors, because they're always working on multiple projects, and I cannot tell you how many times I've got booked on a job because of this hairstylist or because of that production assistant or because of that person over there, so, or the stylist on the set. So maybe it was something that someone from production did, but it was just a random call, and I was like, sure, we'll see, and it worked out. So
My. Um, Rachel Lewinsky asks, Jeremy, explain the How Smart Are You episode on the TTB network. Baby, your answer.
oh my god, that show. Okay, so first of all, that was a little traumatic in itself because hey Rachel, first of all, hi Rachel, hey, um, they
Yeah,
called
because
me was
last
like, okay,
time,
we said what?
because last time y'all seen each other, I was looking like, what's going on over
No, we
there?
good. We had a little family spat. We good. Um,
Period.
but yeah, they called me, was like, okay, we got literally 7 minutes or 5 minutes. So I set up my ring light, and like they were just throwing questions. Like it don't seem like it's that fast the way they broke it up, but it was like boom, 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 and they give you no time to answer. And I don't know, I felt really dumb. Like,
There was one that I felt so dumb on, but it's because I got really frustrated because one of my grandkids came in the room. I
mm-hmm,
told him, like, like, give me a moment. There's only going to be like 10 minutes,
yeah,
And they came in the room right in the middle of the question. And I was like,
yeah,
do I do
but
this
it's stuff.
interview or do I go off? Do I do
It
this
was
interview
stuff
or
that
do
I
I go
never even
off?
thought about. Like I never counted how many letters in the alphabet. Like in my mind, it's so many letters, but it wasn't that many, and I was trying to count. It was just a lot, but
La, 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 la.
I think all
You
of us
feel
had
like
those. So
56. I was like, girl, I don't know what alphabet she got a hold of.
yeah,
I was like, where she went to school at? Okay.
right.
Oh, Now I was hoping. See, I wish I would have been on episode one. I should have been episode one when they asked me because I knew all of them answers. I was like, oh,
Oh
I
my
would have been so good
god.
on episode one. I would have been so good on episode one. I'm gonna be on episode two. Make sure that you guys check out TTB Network when they put out episode two. I messed up or I fumbled a few questions too, so don't even feel bad. I'm like, I don't know how they did that. I don't know how they did that. I'm so smart.
I was so
Okay,
confused.
they got me. They got me. Okay. Um, someone else said, "Oh, where do you see yourself in 5 years?"
I feel like that's such a hard question to ask people in entertainment because our life changes on a daily. Like, you know, I don't know. I mean, a month ago, I just see myself in my dream apartment. Like, I still thought I was gonna be in my last place. Now I'm in double the space, like in a beautiful place. So I don't know. I think in 5 years, I definitely will be either Emmy nominated or have an Emmy for one of the scripted shows that I'm on. I definitely, will be choreographing doing artistic direction for major artists. I don't see myself still dancing background, unless a Janet calls or unless a certain person calls. Yeah, but
Yay!
I've been trying to phase myself out of dancing background and just creating. That's my judge. 5 years. I mean, hopefully, who knows? Maybe I'll be EP of a chasing reality brand or another type of
Okay,
show.
and that's
Or
just on period.
so you think you could dance chasing reality something? I just yeah,
Period.
definitely TV and film, most definitely. So we'll
Absolutely. Do
see.
you plan on taking any lead roles, being the lead in any movies?
That's the goal. I don't know if I'm ready for that yet. I think that um right now, as far as acting, I'm loving paying my dues, and that's what people don't like to do. I love taking smaller projects, low budget projects, the grind, the hustle, building up my resume, building up my experience, so that when I do get that call, I'm equipped and I'm ready. So many people want stuff before they equipped and before they ready, and then when they get it and they look crazy, they want to blame everybody else, and then now you're not booking no more because that was your one shot and you look nuts. Instead of
Mm,
just taking your time building your craft, because when you take your time and you build longevity and you hustle and you grind and you don't rush things, that's how you have longevity. That's why I can say, oh, I've been in the game 10, 15 years. That holds more weight than someone who's been in for 10 minutes and they have 2 or 3 credits. It's a different thing, and you build more relationships and stuff like that. So you know I'm taking my time. I'm not rushing into anything. If I don't get a lead role for the next 5, 6 years, that's fine, because I'm going to continue in acting classes. I'm going to be continuing like strengthening my tool. I'm not rushing for shit. Now, as far as dance, my credits are up there. So that's my money. That's what's happening. That's going on. But as far as TV and film, yes, I have a show on Stars, but I'm still new. Just because you got one show on the network does not make you the end, I just think since popcorn, like, no, I don't have no ego. I just want to work hard, and things will happen.
Periana to the period. Tony Ross asks, "Are you booed up, Jeremy?"
Um, I don't have a boyfriend, but I am hanging out with somebody, so we'll see how that goes. I've only had one boyfriend, so I take relationships very, very seriously. And so you just have to be patient. Inviting someone into my space in that capacity, especially now with things that are happening. I encounter a lot of opportunities. I encounter a lot of people who just want to talk to me just because Jeremy Copeland, or just want to talk to me because they think they're going to get on Chasing LA season 2, or just want to talk to me because they think they're going to hop on my other show on HBO. And I just won't. Yikes. Anyway, so
My
I'm
HBO.
I
Okay, we moving from
I
Stars to HBO. I
anyway.
know that's right.
Anyway, I didn't hear that. So, I honestly am very picky, and if they don't want to wait, and if that's not what they want to do, then have a good day. But there's someone that's been around for a good little minute, since about like April. Um, so we'll see.
Okay, that's what's up. I think I met her.
You did, I think. Yeah, you did. Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I think I did. I did that day. Yeah. That's what's up. Okay. Period. Let me see. Make sure. If you guys have any questions for Jeremy, now is the time to ask him. Okay, we got him for about 10, 15 more minutes, y'all. Okay, he got to get ready for his next thing. He got a show today with Todrick.
Yeah.
Okay. How has it been learning all the choreography?
It's been really stressful because like this is all stuff that I knew, and then as shows changed or as dancers changed, like the show changed, and so I've learned literally like the same show 8 different times, um, 8 different ways. I have to learn this side, that side. So like every time it's time to do show, I'm like, fuck, which side am I learning? I'm used to going right, I gotta go left. Like it never gets easy, which kind of keeps you on your toes. So yeah.
My. Rachel said that when I get back to LA, make sure that you invite us both over your house.
Yes, so I'm waiting because I didn't take my sofa, and I broke one of my TVs. So I'm waiting for my new sofa to get here, um, and to get my other TV. I'm definitely gonna have like a kickback situation. I was trying to do something for my birthday, which is August 11th. It's coming up, but my schedule's all over the place, so I don't have time. But I'm definitely gonna invite you guys over. As soon as my couch comes, right now there's nowhere for nobody to sit except my bar stools. And it's weird because my last place was fully furnished.
Yeah.
My last place was like 750 square feet. This place is double that, so it feels
Oh, okay.
like nothing's in there. So yeah, once I get the new sofa, then we definitely have some people over.
Period. Periana to period. The Leo gang wanted me to let you know that they're in the motherfucking building.
Hey,
Okay?
yo,
Period. Shout out to all the Leos in the building.
yeah.
Yes. They want to let me
And
know
my
that
favorite
they
twins,
got
well,
you.
one of my favorite twins from Bad Girls Club are my neighbors too, so that's also fun. Danny and Gabby.
What?
Hmm.
Okay, I know that's right. Yes, I love them. Okay.
Hmm.
Somebody said, "OMG, your birthday is the day after mine." Um, somebody said, "Do you keep in touch with Hershey?"
I love Hershey. I have not seen Hershey since the reunion. I think I haven't seen Hershey, but I follow Hershey on social media. I post every time Hershey has a fly. I post anybody like that's on the cast that's doing something that that makes sense. I'll repost it and like share my love. I think for all of us, like we know what's up, and we those of us who have built genuine friendships and genuine relationships, we don't have to talk every day, because we on the go, we working, we doing what we gotta do. I love Hershey. I hope we get to see
Absolutely.
Hershey soon. I saw you.
Yes,
I saw
I
you just
actually.
saw Hershey at a show. Did Hershey just have a show somewhere?
No, I actually didn't make it to that show because there was
Mm.
some people there that I didn't want to see. But
Mm-hmm.
I actually reached out to Hershey yesterday just to check on her, see how she's doing, and then I let her know that the people want to see her. So Hershey's actually going to stop by the Lituation next week.
Okay.
Okay, I think Wednesday. Y'all mark your calendars. But Hershey will be by the Lituation next week to update us on everything Hershey LaCourgette.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's just on period. Yes, I talked to
Yes.
Hershey yesterday. She's doing good. She said she's booked and busy, and she
Yes.
is.
Hershey is
Let me
booked and
see.
busy. We love that.
Hey, boss lady, how are you? I haven't seen boss lady in a while. Did you gag? Also, here go a question. Did you gag when Chasing Reality said happy birthday to you in June on Troy's birthday on Instagram? That was a kiki. Yes. How was it?
Oh, you know what? I was confused because I got all these texts like "Happy Birthday." I didn't see Chasing Reality's initial post. Um, but I saw, what did Tajik say? Anyway, but I saw every time he texts me, I'm like, my head spins 4 times because I never know what's about to happen. It's like, oh my god, can you get to the airport in 10 minutes? Like, bitch, but yeah, dead ass. No, not the sidetrack. I remember one time I was sitting in my house and Tajik called me, and when he calls my phone, I have to look at the phone for like 5 seconds just to like prepare my mental of what may happen. And he calls me, I answer, I'm like, hey. He's like, how soon can you get to the airport? I was like, maybe in like in like 2 hours or so. He was like, "Oh, I need you there in the next hour because you have a flight. I need you in Seattle. We have a show in like 3 hours." And I was like, "Okay." So that's literally how my life happens. But anyway, um, Reese G texted me. It was like, "Happy birthday," and I was like, "It's my birthday's not until August." And she was like, "Oh my god!" So I then I got on my social media. I saw all the posts. It was. I mean, I'm used to that. It happens a bunch of times. Facebook has gotten it wrong a couple times too. So I'll get like a whole bunch of happy birthday stuff in like February, and I'm like, it's not my birthday. But hopefully they get it right. And on August 11th, I get all the
Period.
love. I'll be 31, which I'm excited about. I love being a
Okay.
grown ass man. Um, yeah, and I have no plans. So
Well, we have to do something. We definitely gonna have
yeah,
to do something, and that's on period. Um, we definitely got to do something. I'm fixing something now. Period. I should be back. I should be back. Somebody said, do you feel like D Hawkins has ulterior motives?
I feel like he had. I feel like he did in the beginning. I feel like I don't feel like it was malicious. I always say this. I don't feel like D Hawkins antics were malicious. I think that D Hawkins came into it like, this is my opportunity and I need to do whatever I need to do to stamp myself on the show and to make an impact. And a lot of people go on reality shows and do that, because I remember when I worked on Rodeo, I was really good friends with Zell Shaw from Love and Hip Hop. Way before Love and Hip Hop, and I remember he came in and he was styling Malaysia and Masika and all of them at the time. He was doing the pool, and he was like, "Y'all, I think I'm about to be on Love and Hip Hop, and let me just tell you, like, those of y'all who know me, y'all are really not gonna like me, but I gotta make sure that I get another season. I gotta make sure that I stamp this opportunity because you don't get that all the time." And he went on that show, acted a clown fool, but we all know Zell from Love and Hip Hop, and so he made that a conscious choice. And so I feel like with D Hawkins and maybe some others, they go into it like, this is what I need to do, and sometimes that comes at a cost and the expense of other people, and it ruins relationships. And luckily, nothing got too deep to where we all hate each other. But I definitely feel like he had alternative motives with the show, with the cast, period, not just myself. Yeah, but
Absolutely.
I think he realized it at the reunion, because all of his antics came out from the videotape and recording to everything, and he just had to keep apologizing the whole night, like, my
Well,
bad,
he
my
didn't
bad.
want to. He didn't
He
want to.
didn't want to, but he
I
had
kind of
to.
made him apologize
Yeah.
because I was on his line. I was like, just own it. Just own it, Albert. And the reason I did that, because I didn't come for D Hawkins, but it seemed like D Hawkins came for me. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
why do you keep coming for me? And then, he was sitting with the other girls all of a sudden after, he's been talking about he my friend all season, like,
Mm-hmm.
you my friend. And then you over there talking about my polo and my look and all of these things. And then at the reunion, he kept on giving, like, girl, every time I spoke, he was going to speak. And I was like, okay, girl.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, girl, I got you, girl. Because your time is coming. And when your
Mm-hmm.
time comes, girl, I'm going to make sure you own it. And that's what
Yeah.
I was, because, she wasn't planning on owning anything. That was not her intention. Okay?
Well.
She wasn't going to own shit. She wasn't. That's why you was getting ready to stop talking to her, period. He was like, look, if you're not going to own it, then we're done.
There was
Okay?
nothing to talk about, and I knew that. I in my mind I was like, certain people really just want to keep this going so that they have something for season two. Because if we resolve everything, there's nothing to really talk about later. But no, I'm glad that it was forced out, and sometimes it's forced out, and you just have to go with it, or else you'll look absolutely nuts. So
Period. So, what can we expect from Jeremy season two? What are you planning on bringing to
season
the table season
two,
two?
that's I think about that a lot. Especially with this new project I have going on as well, where like I have to split my life up in three different pieces. I definitely want people to see more. Here's the thing, right? I think I want people to see more of Jeremy. I think, yes, we're chasing, the work is gonna happen. I think at this point, people know that I work, they know that I'm booked, we got it. Okay, he works with these people, whatever. But that doesn't mean that people don't like me. That doesn't mean I'm entertaining. There's a bunch of people with credits and names and all these accolades that are boring as the fuck. I want people to see the people, see what y'all see off camera when we keep keying and laughing and we having a good time. I want to, now that I've moved, I want people to, I don't mind filming stuff in my home, filming stuff in my pool. Like, I want to buy my new truck, next season on the
Okay.
show. I wanted to film and do all this movement stuff on, next season, but that with the whole robbery, I'm like, I'm not, no, it's too close to comfort. But yeah, I just want people to see the more of the personal side, and you're going to get the work regardless, but
Yeah.
I want people to see my reality, where things get hard. I want to have moments where I'm crying, where I'm upset, where I may have auditioned for a job and I didn't get it, where I may have auditioned for a role and didn't get it, or I might be fired off, or something didn't work out, or maybe my bitch, I thought I was booked, but now bitch, my rent is due and I don't got the coins for it and I'm struggling. Like, I don't mind showing all of that because that's reality. I want y'all to see my life, not just my work, because y'all can see my work on Instagram. Like, that's boring. So yeah, and more, and then work and more choreography. I want people to see my process. I want people to see me in the studio with these artists and how I create and stuff like that. I've took a break from choreography for a good minute. I haven't taught a class in over a year. And I literally had a dream 2 weeks ago that I was in rehearsals choreographing an award show for Cardi. It was so random. And I woke up and every day I've been having so much choreography, like just in my spirit. And I took class at Millennium the other day and they were like, Jeremy, we have been calling your phone for the past 3 weeks and we realized we had the wrong number because we wanted you to teach. And I was like, that's crazy. So just a lot more choreography as well. Because I think I went through life. Now I have stuff to kind of like choreograph for. So
Period. And I'm here for it. I can't wait. I'm sure it's gonna happen. Okay. We
yes.
speaking that into existence.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremy choreographing for Cardi B.
Yes.
Okay. And that's just on
You
period.
heard it
And I'm
here
gonna be there,
first.
friend. I'm gonna be there. You're gonna need an assistant on
Yes.
that day.
You heard it here
Okay. I'm
first.
coming. Okay. Oh, period. So someone asked, do you guys feel like you guys like you can't have good content slash drama without trying to start it? Some of the cast was doing too much for a moment. And I'm just gonna add to that question. Who do you feel like was doing too much for a moment?
In the beginning, and I made that very clear to this person. Well, in the beginning, I definitely thought that Andre was doing a lot. The first day, I thought you did a lot because I didn't know I was just like, what's going on? And I thought Alicia was being dry for no reason the first day. And then as I got to know everybody, I realized that that's just you, period. Like, you may have turned it up a little bit the first day, but that's literally you. You're loud. We've had this conversation. Andre, I do feel like Andre, um,
That ain't him. That wasn't him that night.
that's not him, but partially it is. I feel like it's deeper. I feel like there's something Andre has to unpack within himself that kind of lends a hand as to why he acts that way. And we got to know why Alicia was the way that she was. Yeah. But to answer the question, I do feel like you can capture drama without people having to start it. I mean, yes, we're on the show. Yes, we have to do content. Yes, stuff is gonna happen. But I mean, look at night one. Nobody really, that just kind of came out of left field. Like, yes, it was provoked, but we didn't know each other from a can of paint. So I think when you have a bunch of strong personalities, it's going to happen. And here's the thing. I think with the show, it's okay to have one episode where we actually get along. It's okay to have one episode that's actually about work. Like, it doesn't have to be punching
And we
blows and
did.
turns into
We had
some.
one.
Like, we barely had one, but it's just like we don't have to. And then we don't have to draw out one storyline for the whole. I mean, we only got 10 episodes. We don't need to draw out for, like, it's so draining.
Yeah.
So I
I
think
didn't
that's
realize
all.
we
I
only had
think
that
that
many
also plays a
episodes.
part on production, where or the EPs or whoever is just writing the script, because every show has a script. It's not scripted, but there's a script. I think that you really have to sit down and be like, okay, we got that, we gotta move on. Let there be some new drama. I think I'm tired of hearing about the same drama. I don't mind new drama, but I don't want to hear about the same thing every scene, every episode. It's like, okay, these girls ain't really got nothing to talk about. So
But I kind of feel Rachel here where she says that can we have the drama without trying to create it? Like a lot of people are trying to create
they
drama.
were,
Like
yeah,
drama's gonna happen naturally. That's what
yeah.
I would tell because I would get a call sometimes. I ain't gonna drop
Hmm.
no names. Okay, but if y'all was on my live yesterday, y'all already know who I'm talking about. I'm gonna say no names, but I would get calls sometimes talking about friend. If you want to turn it up for the camera one time, we can. I'm just like, girl, I don't know how to do any of that. You know what I'm saying? All I know how to do is be myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not turning it up or turning it off for nobody. I
There
just
was only one time. There was only one time, and Rachel was there when I was doing my green screen. There was one time that I knew I was showing up to create drama, and that was at the Love Mixer, because that's when I heard about what was happening, what was gonna happen, and I remember telling Rachel and Q, y'all be ready for tonight, because with y'all, what they gonna get what they're trying to get. So, yeah.
okay. Yes, that night was full of drama. That
Mm-hmm.
night was full of drama. I feel like that was the climax of the season.
It was great.
Okay. And then at my event, it was kind of like the conclusion, but
Mm-hmm.
everybody had fun at my event.
They
Okay. I
did.
don't know what that shit was outside. Girl, I must have peeked my head out and went back in. I said, I don't know. I spent too much money on this shit to be out here fighting and carrying on.
Yes. King, I have to tap out. I'm getting this
Yes.
call.
Yes. All
Yeah.
right. Well, it's been so much fun having
Oh
you
my God.
here. Yes. Until next time.
Until next
See you
time. Bye, you
soon,
guys. Bye,
friend.
Rachel. Thank you. And thank you guys for checking in
Bye.
for me. I do
And tell
appreciate it.
Todrick I said, hey,
I
friend.
will. I'll probably go live again, though, at his house.
Okay, I'm period. Curiosity. Y'all need to invite me over there one day too, cause that
Okay.
pool. Okay, that what is it called? He said, okay, yeah, there go. All right. Period. Wasn't that interview absolutely everything? Um, Rachel said Jeremy had a gag just to let me hit the mixer. Okay, period. Period to the period. Shout out to Jeremy for coming through the lituation and sharing his story with us. Okay, King Train been started season 2. They just started recording. He been causing the story. Girl, stop! Crazy. Shout out to NYP, Chris T, Divine Balance, Boss Lady. I seen Quinn in the building. Shout out to the producer of Chasing LA, Quinn in the motherfucking building. Shout out to Chasing Reality. Shout out to the cast of Chasing uh, LA. Shout out to the producers, the videographers, everybody that participated in making the season great. Shout out to the other brands, Chasing Dallas, Chasing Atlanta. Shout out to everybody that pours into the official campaign. That wants to see us win, and that's just on period. Period to the period. Shout out to TTV Network. Make sure you follow them. Shout out to Boss Lady. NJ, make sure you follow her. Okay. Who else are my content creators in the building? Shout out to Quan the Poet and this BIH. Okay. Shout out to Divine Balance. Make sure you follow them. Okay. Who else up in here? Yes, I give my shout outs. Okay, on period. Yes. Oh, I also want to give a shout out to Fabe. Okay, she usually watches from the bushes, but she always give me a shout out when I'm over there, so I want to make sure I shout Fabe out. Okay. Yes, yes, that look like that's about who's here. Shout out to um, shout out to my mama. Okay, shout out to my mama. I want to say that. Okay, somebody said I need your coming soon merch. That's who making coming soon merch? Either Quan or Jeremy making that because I'm not making no coming soon merch. I'm about to hit out the a pussy hole could never merch. Yes, I didn't do the storm video. I was waiting to hear back from you, Divine Islands. Did you see anything in the cards about Miss Stormy, girl? La, la, la. Send me an email at the official campaign at gmail.com and let me know what's in the cards about Storm. But I'm going to go live after this in about like an hour or two, and then we're going to be talking Storm around. Okay? Okay, shout out to Dear Yvette. Is Dear Yvette here? Okay, I don't see her in the comments, but yeah, shout out to you, girl. Um, guys, hey Alex, how are you? Okay, Well, this was live. This was fun. This was lit lit. Shout out to the 100 people that showed up and showed out. Okay, you guys are amazing. You guys are so amazing. Until next time, I gotta get up out of here and get ready for um my next video. Like I said, coming in about an hour or so. So. All right, y'all. See y'all soon. Y'all make sure y'all go follow Jeremy on all his platforms. Follow Chasing Reality on all of their platforms. And keep it lit lit. Okay? Hey, Sahara. Yes. Hey, Fran. Hey, NY peeps. Let me see. Are you on station? No, I had to. I deleted station here because station here said they wasn't paying. Okay, we don't do nothing that's not paying. Okay, but I think I'm gonna get back on Bigo because Bigo do pay. But Bigo is just like so much. You got to be consistent. You got to be very consistent on there, okay? Or else you will not get paid. Period. It ain't like YouTube where you can take a day off. You take a couple days off from Bigo, no pay. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'd rather just come live on YouTube, and that's just on period. Yes. All right, baby doll, you're amazing too. And that's just up here. Yes, I mind the business that pays me, okay? And that's just up here. They wasn't trying to pay, so I said, no way. Yes, no way. But this live has been epic. This live has been so epic. Thank you guys for coming out again. Okay, period. Stella on says she's a new subscriber. Love the energy. Make sure you guys show her a lot of love. Um, okay, I need to do an interview with Amani and an interview with Q, okay? I need to reach out. Yes, I'm trying to get money for a hair commercial. Okay, she did this little skit, and I thought it was pretty cool. I was like, oh, well, we could do that, something like that for my hair products. Okay, and that's just on period. Yes, yes. Show love to all the mods. Period. We out of here. We gotta go. We have got to go. But I will see you guys soon. Period. 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 Bye, y'all. Bye.